Yes, Hickok 45, your internet shooting companion, coming to you from the beautiful hills of Tennessee. Leaves are changing. It is beautiful. Yes, the home of Alvin York and a lot of other cool people. And we're here on the 200th shoot around. Yes, 200. That's not exactly 4 years, so it's not really an anniversary, is it? I don't know. We're bad about not celebrating those sorts of things sometimes. But anyway, it is the 200th, and I thought I'll make sure I bring out something that I just am anxious to shoot after, surviving 199 of these. So on the 200th one, I need to do something that I really enjoy shooting, and that is a Trapdoor Springfield. You might have seen the posting this week, and there's another reason for bringing it out. And I told you last week, I think, that I often, 4570 crosses in my mind, like every day that I'm going to go out and shoot. It's a viable possibility. It's just not a certainty, but it's one of my favorite, that, chamberings, like 45 Colt, 4570, 44 Magnum, 44 Special, 357, 38. Those are, I guess, my favorites. I didn't mention 9mm, did I? Well, I like 9 just fine. Such a practical round. 45 ACP is a favorite too. I left it out. But anyway, here I am with a Trapdoor Springfield. I've got another firearm that's a new one you haven't seen a video on yet from us, and we'll shoot it as well. All right. So it's good to be here. Like I say, after 200, we're on the 200th one, and I'm going to take a drink. Okay, I'll celebrate the 200th with a drink. I know there were a few people, telling me about all these things I ought to do on the 200th, and yeah, we did that. We used to get down on regular videos. Hey, this is your 100th video, and we used to do something, I think, every 100 videos, didn't we? So I don't know. We just do what we do. We're boring. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm going to try to cut this a little shorter. Speaking of that, being boring, kind of determined, the lengthy videos really screw up the algorithm. But I don't know, it's kind of what we do, doing a 15-minute, 20-minute video. It's kind of what we do. But it does really affect the algorithm, I think, on gun videos. But so I need to trim down the Sunday videos. What I want to do maybe is do the answering question videos and do that like as a separate thing somehow. I don't know. I'm not sure how and where, but and then somewhere, whether it's on Patreon or it's on a B channel or something like that, where I just sit and talk to you for a long time about anything, questions especially that you ask. So kind of thinking about that. But anyway, and then do more of the, focus more on the guns on Sundays, which is what it's about, coming out to shoot. And that's what this is. It's a firearm. That's walnuts falling. And we have a lot of walnuts this year. And I didn't even realize some of the trees were so plentiful. And in the wind, it's just like a machine gun. They go and bouncing all over everything. I went to the Louisville Gun Show, and I came home with this a couple weeks ago, I guess it was. And it's coincidental. It's just a coincidence that we posted the 150th anniversary of the Springfield Trapdoor. It really is that so we did that a few weeks ago. But I just, when I'm on, at a gun show, a big gun show like in Louisville, I didn't even go to look or buy anything really, just look around and everything. But I ran across this, and reasonably priced and intact and original, and I just, the one I have, the long one without a sight, I got for almost nothing from a guy walking around a gun show 15 years ago, 20, whenever it was, and it's fine for shooting. But I've always had in the back of my mind, I wouldn't mind having a nice, full-length trapdoor. Got the nice carbine, and someday if I ever ran across one, because as I have said in videos, they're not priced as crazy as you would expect at all, because there were so many of them made. I guess is part of it. I don't know, but they're just extra cool. This is an 1873. It's one of those that was printed 1873, and it looks like 1878 if you're ever running across one of those. It's actually 1873. It was kind of a stamping that looked a little bit more like an 8 than a 3, and there for, I don't know, a period of time. I'm not sure what it was. So that in my research I discovered that. I wasn't really aware of that. Can I shoot again? Let me try to hit the gong again. Yeah, I'm kind of figuring it out on all that. The sight, I got the sight all the way down. Of course, it has the big Buffington sight, but I've not messed with it. I'm still just using, well, I'm using it, but at the lowest setting. And I think at the ranges, I had trouble seeing that front sight. I put a little bit of white paint on it. It had a hood, original hood, and I finally just took it off because I was having trouble seeing the sight in the shade. The hood creates shade, yeah, keeps it in the shadows. That can be good, but it can also be bad. So anyway, yeah, that's the way that goes. And I want to thank, since I have 2 of them on my person, Alabama Holster, for their support of the channel. Great maker of little Kydex concealment holsters. As many of you know, you've let me know you've purchased those things. They're just wonderful. Got one in my pocket, one in my belt, and one in my purse, but don't tell anybody. But we really appreciate Alabama Holster. Check them out. The other firearm I have is one I've had just, I don't know, a few days. The Beretta APX Compact. I brought out to shoot some more because we're going to do video with it here before long. And I'm not sure what I think about it. I've been shooting it some. So let's shoot some more, can I? All right, how about on that target? All right, really an accurate firearm. Yeah. Once you get some splatter on one of the 2 liters, you got to quickly finish them off so they don't suffer right too long. Oh, Mr. Piggy. It's gong worthy. It seemed to print a little lower than I like, but it is I don't know if you're familiar with it at all, the APX. Remember when the APX came out? I think it was in the military trials, the APX original, and the original model. And then they put it on the civilian market because we all know SIG won that contract. And we did a video on the APX, and I kind of liked it. It had kind of a funky, a lot of people thought that slide was pretty funky with really aggressive serrations, but I don't know, I kind of liked it, you know. And there's several models now, a Walther and then something else we did recently, that are going to those very aggressive serrations. And I've been complaining about the Glock serrations forever, once they especially those years, early 2000s, or whenever they went to that really slick finish, and I couldn't get a good bite on the serrations. The more the better. The more the bite, the better. Well, I like it. I like a big serrate. Now they've changed it on these newer ones. This is the A1, and I think another mag loaded. And the serrations are not quite as aggressive, but they're fairly aggressive. All right, let's try something else here, like some bowling pins. It shoots fine. It feels pretty good. The only thing is, I know I'm always comparing things with the Glock, but you know, they set the standard, and the slide is a lot thicker than a Glock 19. It's about a Glock 19 size firearm, and even if you hate Glocks, you know what size a Glock 19 is probably, right? And it's in terms of profile, it's about the size of it. So, and it's called the Compact. But the slide is, well, I think it's like what, 30% thicker. It's thicker. It's just thicker. You feel like you've picked up a Glock 20 or Glock 30, you know, really. But it really feels like a Glock 30, if you're familiar with that one. 45, big, thick slide and everything. Yeah, I mean, obviously you get less recoil and, you know, a more pleasant shooting experience with the heavier slide and all that. But I don't know. I got spoiled by the... I'm a minimalist, you know, in a lot of ways when it comes to firearms, and you know, smaller but the smallest firearm that will work for me, that I can shoot and it is okay to shoot. It's not excessive recoil and all that. I like that. I really do. Now, once you get out of it, if it's just a range gun, it doesn't matter. It can be a brick, whatever, I guess, if it's just a range gun. Now, once you get into that category where, okay, this is going to be maybe a belt gun, pocket gun, you know, defensive pistol that I want it relatively compact, that kind of thing. I don't know. I just want something as thin as I can get that is really shootable. I even went, you know, if you're familiar with the Glock 41, which is a 45 ACP with a thinner slide, it has the 9mm thin slide, or at least the same thickness as the Glock 19, 17, you know. But most companies, actually, I guess you get right down to it, they got to where they're creating their pistols and their slides so that it was suitable for 9, 40, or maybe even 45, kind of a one slide thickness, especially for 40 and 9, and that's kind of where some of that came from. You know, and then too, it'll take a beating, I guess, for a longer period of time. I don't know. So, yeah, I wanted to shoot that a little more. I want to let you know I got it too. APX A1 Beretta. Beretta's a home state company, you know, been around since the 1500s. Can't hate that, can you? So I always like to give Beretta a chance. I like the company. I like some of their firearms. I just bought that shotgun. I love 1301. Got to shoot that some more. But anyway, I got to shoot this. This is, you know, again, I'm indulging myself. Well, I do it every Sunday, don't I? I indulge myself and bring something out I just enjoy. I want to shoot. Sometimes it might be a couple of firearms that we're reviewing. I want to shoot some more, but I'm not going to bring something out. There's always going to be at least one firearm I'm dying to shoot, or that I enjoy for sure. Whereas I could have a firearm that's a review gun we're going to review, and I don't really like it that much, but it's kind of a second gun. And I'm not, you know, bashing the Beretta. I'm just saying that. But these things, this was made in 1887. This one. It's a model 1873, was made in 87. And as I said in the 150th anniversary video and other places, that, you know, whoa, my empty's still in there. Lots of models of these. Not lots, I don't know, 1873, what, 89, 88 model, you know, but there were little tweaks, and like the sights are a different thing too. Like there were different generations of sights and little things like that, but basically they were the same rifle, the Trapdoor, and yeah, just cool, extra cool rifles. These things are almost off the scale. They really are, I think, in coolness. I am shooting smokeless. As long as you're shooting like a light load, lightish, you know. But most of the, I like to shoot black powder round too, but most of the just off the shelf 45-70 is not all that hot because of all these Springfield Trapdoors out, you know, and it's supposed to be okay to shoot in them, you know. And so, but I do go for the lighter loads. And this is some ammo, some hand loads I bought in Tulsa. Guy loads these. I think it's something that didn't want a chamber in one of my Trapdoors, but that's what he specializes in. He only loads for antique firearms with modern powder. And he's like, I forget, Aardvark, I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he got me some of these, right? Bought some of these from him. See how these do. Yeah, so that's a very comfortable load, kind of a cowboy load. I noticed too that, well, some of these, the ones I've been shooting are Steinel. I appreciate them. And they're, let's see, These are about 1,300 feet per second. And they actually load some lighter than that. So it's cool that there's so many companies now loading ammo for antique guns or for suppressor, whatever. So I know Stein will load some suppressor ready, 4570. And that's, of course, what most people have, a 4570 suppressed, right? Let's try another one of these. Try one of these on the gong. Yeah. I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a 4570. It's something you need to be thinking about. You really do. Let me try the Buffalo. All right, I know where to hold now if I could just see the sight well enough. And as usual, I wasn't really surprised a little bit when I had this up a minute ago and that shell came out, but I just do that so regularly. I just leave the empty. I don't ever like reload it and then put it down and then mess with it later unless I'm going to just shoot it. But it's one of my safety procedures, I guess you'd say. When I'm just plinking around, especially if I'm walking around with the firearm, I don't have to think as much about whether I should put the safety on or if there is a safety on the firearm. And there's not on a lot of old guns and different things. I just will fire it a time or two, whatever, and on my last shot, just leave the brass there. Don't eject it, okay? And then I could just go on with my business, go on carrying it however I want to, more or less. You still want to observe safety procedures, of course, and not be pointing it in the wrong direction. But an empty case is a nice safety. It's like having a dummy around in there, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I called you a dummy. But I've got the Steinel in my pocket. I think I'll shoot one of those. All right. Did I shoot the paper with one of these yet? I guess I did not, did I? Let's do that. Test the range. Boom, bullseye. Yeah, all right. Good to know I bought an accurate rifle. Oh man, stirred up a lot of dust. How many people do you know shoot a full-length rifle, 4570, at 5 feet? Well, it's not 5 yards. Yeah, it's closer from the end of the barrel. Yeah, it's literally a couple of feet. I'm liable to shoot anything as long as it's safe, I tell you. Oh man, yep, 200th video here on Sunday, and right at the end of October, and just amazing that we've been around this long, that you've been here and I've been here, and I'm just glad you're hanging around with me. It's just nice to have you around. It really is. I could shoot at this thing a couple more times maybe. I don't know. We're going to do a video of that. You'll see it in the video. Okay. Can I shoot the 4570? Again, it's my 200th celebration. Got a little Black Hills here. I might shoot a couple rounds of that too while I'm resting. Do I have any advice for young people? Yeah, I do. Make sure in your future you're thinking about owning a 4570. That might be the most important move you ever make, is purchasing a 4570 rifle. Really. How's that for advice? No, my advice is, it's a crazy world. Don't be obsessive and fearful about the wrong things. Focus on your career. Focus on your life, your finances, your nutrition. Just take care of yourself. And where your school, if you're in school, or if you're not and you're out and you're working, just focus on doing your thing and doing it well, and don't get too caught up in what's going on around the world to the point where you're just afraid of the world, or you're developing that hate gene that some people are developing, right? For certain people. Amazing. I thought through my life, my generation, whatever bigotry was still out there, it's pretty much gone. For the most part. You're always going to have the exception. Wow. Looking at the news and the people on the planet these days, bigotry is flourishing, right? I don't know where all that comes from. But anyway, that's my advice. Keep your cool. You can do that. All right. Who was it? Rudyard Kipling said, if, yeah, you could keep your cool when others around you are losing their heads, then you'll be a man, my son, or something like that. Forgot the poem now. Good advice, though. All right, shoot this a couple more times. I like this rifle. Man, Trapdoor Springfield, the adopted U.S. assault rifle, right? Military assault rifle from 1873 to when? That's right, somebody said it, 1892. But it was used after that. Let's see, Mr. Cowboy, these aren't too hot. They won't hurt you. Hit him pretty hard, though. You see him shake around there. Let's try that again on something else. Oh, I like the coffin down there in the hole. See if I can hold right. Oh, man. Shakes him. Nothing like 405 grains of lead, right? 405 grains of lead. Yep, the old trap. This has the original strap, sling, sight, and the original butt pad to give me a little more length, and you know, cleaning rod. Those of you who know the Trapdoor, yeah, really nice. There's a sight that I have not had. It should be on my other one, Buffington sight. So 1873, made in 1887. Pretty cool. I mean, these things are just beyond cool. Empty that thing out, shoot it, and boom, jack that up. Well, let's do it again. I'll show you, in case you forgot. This is, yeah, Black Hills here. All right, see if I can put one of these on the gong. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Whew. All right. So, like I say, I'm still gathering good questions when I see them, and we'll do a longer format on that. I think I'm going to quit yakking quite so much on Sundays, and then then figure out what we're going to do with that. And I'll if I do it, but I kind of enjoy that, sitting around talking to you all. These days we got the crazy. I don't know, the Google algorithms and all that kind of thing, you're always fighting with. There's so little you can do. So little you can do. So you do what you can. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. That's the cool thing about Sundays. I'll let you know what's going on. And by the way, I've had a couple of people tell me one of them, I think, kind of fell for that scam. It's going around. People pose as whatever the YouTuber is, including me, and they're coming off a Telegram or Snapchat or somewhere, and they are saying, you won something, contact me, text me, kind of thing. I'm still amazed when someone is fooled by that. But, TikTok, yeah, from TikTok. That's the thing. Recently, apparently there's an imposter, Hickok 45 imposter on TikTok. I have never been on TikTok. I don't even have the app. I don't plan to be there, so it ain't me. It's an imposter. So that's you all knew that. Yeah, really, like you're gonna get something from me on TikTok. Yeah, when I'm not doing dance video, and then what they're famous for, dance videos or something. When I'm between dance videos, I'll just let people know they won something. Oh man. So anyway, it's great to see you all again this Sunday, and I'm just going to be enjoying my Trapdoor Springfield, maybe some more, on this fine fall day. It's really nice today, and it's just a great day to shoot. It really is. It's a great day to do anything. Great day to be alive, isn't it? Yeah, life is good.